Before I begin, I have a few messages to the viewers. Thank you all for 100 subscribers. Yeah! Anyways, I said in my last video that I'd be doing a poll on what you guys think I should be doing for my 100 subscriber special. And it seems like you guys want a Claymore video. Well, call it fate or laziness, but I actually have a full-on rant prepared on the guy, which has gone through several proofreads and such, and I think now is the perfect time to unleash it. Also, in the closet again. Anyways, intro. So, where to begin with Claymore? Well, how about we start with the very first thing you think of when you think of the guy, the ad hominems. For those who don't know, the ad hominem is essentially an argument or reaction that's directed against the person rather than the position they're maintaining. A good example of this is if I was arguing against someone who is arguing the existence of God, but instead of trying to show his reasons are wrong, I just call him a fat slob throughout the whole video. Or, just call him a fat slob instead of making claims against his claims. And one of the prime arguments that I've seen him do is just go into a video and essentially just go, no, it's another spurg, Not even joking. His worst example of doing so is in his commentary of Mr. Enter's review of Teen Titans Go episode, Return of Slade. Long story short, it's one of those, this episode is a troll commentaries, which I don't particularly agree with, but that's a topic for another video. However, at one point in the video, he starts going on a tiny rampage against several animation reviewers, which include Mr. Enter, Animat, Ernie, Rob the Wonderful, Cartoon Hero, and O3B Good. Wait, nobody likes O3B Good. Whatever. Why did he go on this mini rampage, you ask? I don't know. But I feel like it's because they all complain about Teen Titans Go in one way or another. For the record, I highly doubt that all of these reviews fall into the antisocial basement dwellers generalization that he claims them to be. Especially the case with Rob and Ernie. If you really want to know how far this sort of thing will go, just go on his fucking Twitter page. It's loaded with little tidbits of unrelenting hatred. Hell, I even tried scrolling through it at one point just to kind of see, find tweets that I could use for screenshots. Don't do it. It's literally a vacuum of any happiness, and it's just fucking depressing. Don't try it at home, kids. I'm a trained professional. He also seems to love dramas. He can't seem to steer from it. I'll get more into his anti-where's that fair use position later, but I want to talk about more a recent event. He's been going through a bit of a thing with this one user by the name of RMG Productions. He and several other users were called out by Claymore, mostly for taking things a bit too far. Like, one of them even declared war on Disney because of Star Wars. Granted, this is pretty fucking dumb, but I felt Clay's video on him was kinda pointless. A commentary, and yes, Clay, these your videos are commentary, even fitting the description of commentaries are usually done by troll-shielding morons who are usually worse than the people they rip on. He did a commentary on this guy, and it just felt kinda pointless to me. And neither side will let it go. And it's just getting really fucking irritating at this point. It's like, why the fuck you keep going with this? Then again, why does the other guy do it? But whatever. Another thing about him that he doesn't seem to take very well is anyone disproving and criticizing him, always claiming that they're either a basement-dwelling loser, pony fags, or prepubescent losers. And this is where the position against where's the fair use comes into play. He's made a commentary on Doug Walker's video, bringing awareness to where's the fair use. The commentary in question was so bad that several YouTubers such as Megadude TV, the YouTube Dude 101, hell, even I at one point have gone against him and his Where's My Ad Revenue video. How did he react, you ask? Why, by making a shitty-ass Tumblr post that only showcases how fucking far he doesn't understand fair use. I understand that my post on Where's the Fair Use might have problems, sure, and it could be wrong under the scrutiny of a copyright expert. I still remain fully confident that I know more about fair use than you could ever hope to, Clay. Hell, I even remember getting into a debate with him at one point on Twitter, as well as by another user by the name of Theme Park Reviews, which started out with PRT making a tweet saying, "If they use footage, you need to take it down." Now, while I can't think of many different scenarios that fall under fair use that use roller coaster video views, the tweet was vague enough to mean anything outside of their expertise, to which I tweeted, fair use. After that, Claymore and I ended up in a debate about fair use, which slowly devolved into a I'm better than you argument. I realized that the conversation wasn't going anywhere, and the fact that I was boxed in through the 140 character limit on Twitter, and that Claymore is as stubborn as a fucking mule, I basically dropped it like a fucking brick. And he thinks that's a victory for him. Whatever helps you at night. Whatever helps you sleep at night, asshole. I also want to talk about why people keep calling him Mr. Enter 2.0.
That's not true at all. I actually have a life and a girlfriend and a...
Irrelevant! Why would anyone give a shit about your personal life at all? Not only that, but it doesn't matter how great your personal life is when you act the same way as another person does on the internet. When people can bring comparisons on you, don't be defensive about how people call you this man 2.0. More likely than not, they have a point. Now that I got your shitty rebuttal out of the way, let's get into the reasons why you're Mr. 2.0. You both make poor videos that vary between acceptable to middle finger worthy. You both can't seem to take criticism from anybody. You both seem to have a massive ego. You're both apathetic towards your fans. Oh, and you're both pumped up by the power of rage. I am not kidding. I get this angry vibe from you whenever I watch your videos or read your tweets. Almost like you get Mr. Enter levels of angry. There's one last thing I want to bring up. Pointing out other people's maturity only serves to make you look less mature. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a shining example of human maturity, because I'm not. In fact, I'm fully convinced that no one on the internet is mature, and you making fun of people for not being normal, which also doesn't exist at all, just shows that you're not mature either. Proof of this is practically all of your videos that fall into the same category of,
look at this immature spurg! He's so stupid!
Now, I'm aware that my older videos are commentaries of religious people making stupid arguments. However, the difference here is I actually try to argue against the video and the points that they bring up while keeping the insults to a bare minimum, while you seem to go on tangents about how the person you're commentating on is a cringe-inducing spurg. That's all I really have to say on this issue, and while I don't do this for rant videos, I think the points itself justify this. Holy crap, I feel better. Like a burden has just been lifted off my shoulders. Well, see you guys next week, and thank you for 100 subscribers. Bye.